So you're trying to figure out which one's better, T-bars or ape hangers, and in this video, I'm gonna give you my opinion. What's going on, guys? When I first got my 2023 CVO Road Glide, I ended up putting a set of 12-inch Dominator T-bars on it. I like them and I've enjoyed them, but you guys all know I'm a Factory 47 guy. But at the time that I got these, Factory 47 never offered 10-inch meat hook handlebars, and I can't do 12-inch. That's the shortest that they offered. 12-inch is just too high for me, and on these Road Glides with the stock riser, 12-inch actually becomes more like a 14-inch, so I wasn't trying to go that high. And with me doing slow speed maneuvers, I can't have that. I can't have my arms all the way up here because it's gonna make it tough for me to make those tight turns. I'll be reaching a lot, but I do wanna compare the two. So right now I have 12-inch Dominator T-bars, and today we're gonna be putting on a set of Factory 47 10-inch meat hooks. Can't wait to put those on, but before we do that, let's go ahead and talk about some of the pros and cons I like about the T-bars. So my first gripe is this gap right here. It just looks terrible in my opinion, but this is because the risers go all the way down and bolts into the, I believe that's the triple tree that this bolts into. There's no separate riser for it. However, if you back away, I do like the look. Looks pretty cool to me. It gives you more of that sporty look. Now, as far as the reach goes, these bars are, oh, let me get the keys. Do I have the keys on me? All right, had to grab my key fob. I didn't want this thing screaming at me. Wouldn't be the first time I did that. So now let's talk about the reach on these and the riding position. So obviously these bars are more straight up and down. They have a decent pullback, but when you're riding this, it puts you more in an upright position. You can't really lean back as much. Decent width, but when I'm doing full lock turns, I am kind of reaching a little bit. But it is doable. We're gonna head out to the parking lot for a second. I'll show you while I'm doing some U-turns and stuff how it looks. But as far as going full lock, I gotta stretch pretty far and lean forward. That'll give me a little more of a bend in my arm. But overall, it's a more solid feeling compared to the meat hooks, in my opinion, because that's all I've had was the Factory 47 bars on my bikes, my 17 Street Glide, my 23 Road King Sonic, and now I'm gonna have it on my 23 CVO Road Glide Luan. And as I said, when you're going through the twisties and stuff, these really feel like you have nice control of the bike. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You're more in tune with the bike. You feel like more of a part of it, I guess you want to say. Handling's phenomenal. Absolutely love it. Now, as far as the install, as far as pulling the wires through, hands down, the easiest bars I ever wired in my life. On the 2023 CVOs and then now the new 2024, the standards and the CVOs, there's less wires you got to pull through the bar because pretty much everything hooks into the hand controls. Another thing I don't like are, since these bars come down kind of low, these don't have to stretch your cables and your brake lines. They just kind of look a little sloppy. I think once I put the meat hooks up and they come up a little bit, it'll look a lot better. Pretty much as far as that goes, I mean, that's about all my gripes. I do like them a lot, so I'm gonna see if I like the meat hooks better or not. But let's head out to the parking lot. I'll show you a couple of U-turns and whatnot, just so we can have a comparison. And once I get the Factory 47 bars on, I'll go back out to the parking lot and give you my first initial thoughts. Okay guys, made it out to the parking lot. I'm gonna do a few figure eights and some U-turns just so you can see that it's still possible with these T-bars. It's a little bit tougher. You guys get to hear the tab performance, full exhaust, zombie baffles. Man, this thing sounds phenomenal. Here we go. Whew. Never gets old hearing that, man. All right, so let's go ahead and do a couple U-turns. I can do 18-foot U-turns, just have to lean forward a little more. So here to the left. I don't know if you can see that. I'm pretty stretched out. I'll do a circle here so you can see. Look at my right arm right here. It's pretty stretched. And I'm leaning forward pretty good too. I'll do it the other way. Look at my arm. I'm leaning forward. It's just more work. That's what it comes down to. All right, I just want to show you guys it is possible to do your tight U-turns and stuff with these bars, but I didn't even move yet. I had to scoot up to be proficient at it. All right, guys, let's go ahead. I'm going to install the factory 47 bars, and I'll be back when it's all done.
2 days later.
All right, guys, so it's a couple days later. I got the bars installed. I didn't do the video the same day because it ended up getting dark. Took me a little longer. I was taking my time, making sure I did everything right, and install went real smooth. Wiring these bars was effortless. They grind out the insides of these, so the wires just pulled right through. Fantastic. Now let me show you guys a closer look of these bars because I'm really impressed with them. So here we are. I got the chrome bars, and I was a little weary because of this black handlebar clamp, but I think it flows pretty nicely with the center console being black. Trying to add a little more chrome, but overall, man, I think these are great. Now, one thing I did forget to mention about the T-bars that I didn't like is it didn't block the screen from seeing it, but I had trouble trying to touch the screen because the bars ended like right here. I could still see over them, but now I have this wide open space and I can actually touch the screen without trying to reach over or reach underneath them. So that's definitely a plus. As I said, these are 10-inch, and as of right now, I love them. Let me show you the riding position that I have now. This is the riding position. I don't have to lean forward anymore to get the bars. These have a real nice pullback, and the width, 2 thumbs up. I haven't done any U-turns or anything like that yet because I want to do it on camera to give you my first initial thoughts, but I can already tell. I can just chill and relax a little bit, not have to lean forward a whole bunch. Overall, riding position, I love it. I've already went down the road a few times with this, and instant difference on how it feels for comfortability. Hey, Future Jogo here. Totally forgot to mention, let me show you. There's no ugly gap now. This riser covers that gap, looks good. And take a look at the clutch and the brake lines, nice and clean. They're not sagging all over the place. Now, back to your regularly scheduled program. So now I want to go ahead and do some U-turns and see how my reach is with that and see how it feels. So let's do it. Of course, safety first. Got to put the helmet on. And it's hotter than heck out here today. It's about 85 and it feels like 1,000% humidity. The tap performance again. I smile every time I fire this thing up, man. Love the sound. All right, let's do some U-turns. Over to the left. Oh my gosh, that's night and day difference. Let's do it to the right. Let's do a circle to the right. I don't know if you can see now, I do have more of a bend in my arm. Wow, that's crazy. All right, now we'll do a circle to the left. Look at that, baby. Still have a nice, decent bend in my arm. And if I lean forward, oh yeah. I mean, I don't even have to lean forward while I'm doing this. I tell you what, I like these a heck of a lot better than the T-bars. Easier reach, a lot more comfortable. As I said, don't get me wrong, I did like the T-bars for when I'm going through the twisties and stuff, but I'm a slow speed maneuver type of guy. Of course, I'm going through the twisties as well, and I've already been through twisties with ape hangers like this, no problem. I want to give a huge shout out to Mark at Factory 47 for sending me these bars. We all know these are my go-to bars to put on my bikes. Absolutely love them. Perfect width, perfect height. And they're just overall great quality. Make sure you check out the description because I'll leave the link to Factory 47. And even if you don't have a 23 CVO or newer, make sure you go ahead and check them out because they still have bars for your older models and they're great. If you want to check out some of my other product reviews, make sure to check out this playlist right here. And as always, this is Jogo with Jogo Motorcycle Adventures. Until next time, ride on.